Hey, what's up, my peeps? Hey, I wanted to make a quick video to talk to y'all today about living in your 0 point. Um, a lot of people might think it's hard, but it's really not. It's kind of just knowing who you are. If you've done the work, you've come into union with yourself, with your shadow sides, with your shadows. So therefore, you should be standing in balance with yourself, in truth and unity with yourself. Even if you found your divine counterpart, you still got to be careful right now because things are not as they always seem. Um, as we are ascending, we are also expanding, or you should also be expanding. You can't just, come into the realization that you have descended here, and now you're here, and now you are ascending back to who you were, but then forget to expand. You cannot forget to expand. So right now we're at the point of being expanded, if that makes any sense. And as this expansion is taking hold, we're really feeling like some of us should be feeling like we're being ripped apart right now. So therefore we're having to stand in our truth. We're having to know who we are and abide by the rules of who we say we are. So, inner alchemy is big right now. Inner alchemy. If you have done inner alchemy, you're standing strong. If you haven't, you're probably, not. Just being honest about it. But what I wanted to talk about, to stay on topic, was living in that 0 point. You have to be careful not to fill in your 0 point with something else or some other idea, some other deity. Make sure that you're filling your 0 point in with yourself, because you're coming back to you. That is the 0 point. That was the event. Was the harvesting of the old, the beginning of the new. There is an interchange going on that some people might see as bad, some people might see as good, but there's an interchange of souls going on because dimensions are changing. Second dimensional beings are coming up to be third dimensional beings. They're graduating. You are also supposed to be graduating. You descended here and now you are rising back to who you were. So as you ascend higher and higher and higher, you're expanding more and more and more. You should also be seeing that you're coming into divine union with yourself, and there's no reason to see anybody else as that other part of you. Now, when you can allow, how should I say this, when you can allow yourself to be that unified, then you are ready to come into union with your counterpart. So it doesn't matter what title you may put on your relationship with yourself or with anybody. What matters is that you're filling yourself in with yourself. I'll say that again. Fill, Fill, fill yourself in with yourself. Now, second part to that is, once you filled yourself in with yourself, you want to learn to feel yourself. Feel. The reason why this is so important is because knowing the difference between these two words and the time that we live in right now could literally save your consciousness. See, we are awoke, you are woke, but at the same time, you have to have a level of consciousness to exist in this game, on this level. In other words, nobody's going to be here and be fully awoke. That's why it takes all of us to kind of plug in together, and we all kind of put the puzzle pieces together and we go, whoa, okay, I get it now. I know who I am, or I know why I had that dream. I know why I had that vision. So as we all come together, we'll get more of the answers. But at the same time, you also have to remember that you are here for your mission too. So don't get lost in the whole divine union of people and forget about the divine union of yourself, because you can lose yourself. You can lose your level of consciousness in this game. So make sure that you are focusing in on who you are and not forgetting where you come from. Know where you're going, but also never forget where you come from. You got to know yourself. And you have to be in divine union with yourself. This is so important right now. You know, with all of the meteor showers coming, new souls, new frequencies are coming. Believe me. You probably even see it in your family members. You probably even see it in people around you changing. People holding different frequencies now. One day one person is one way. The next day they like totally different. You like, what in the world just happened? Everything was cool. Now everything is disrupted. Timeline changed. All those old things that no longer serve you, Spirit has now came in and said that's it. Universe came in and said that's it. It's over. Like if you've graduated, this is your graduation. The only problem is some of us, you know, just don't realize we've graduated and we're holding on to the same old cycles, ways of being. So now, probably if you're hearing this, you've heard that call to keep pushing forward, to get out of that whole dichotomy, that whole existence, to become the greater being that you are. But while you're doing that, you have to be careful not to allow yourself to be filled in with something that is not you. And you can feel it. So, make sure that you don't fill in yourself, but you fill yourself. Fill with yourself. And it's such a big difference. Because, like, for example, in my journey, in my walk, you know, I was, how should I say this? I grew up in foster care, but every foster home I was in, it was like hardcore Pentecostal Baptist, you know, Holy Ghost roller, you know. So I grew up with fire and brimstone. And then one day, epiphany, you know, like wake up, bam, hell ain't real. I'm like, what? I go and I start doing my research because, you know, I'm a dedicated, you know, Christian. I got to find out. And, you know, study show yourself approved. So I go and I study, and boy, I found out real quick, I didn't have a leg to stand on. And then all of a sudden, revelations became real. That house built on sand, yep, the storm came and washed the foundation away. And oh, what a loss. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You might actually be in that situation right now. But, you know, went through that, went through all of the hurt and pain and separation. You know, I'm pretty much I'm a youth minister. I'm the head of music in my church. I mean, I'm you know, or so I thought, had a position, you know. I'm getting paid and just all kind of stuff. And it's like, man, I mean, the whole tower crumbled. I mean, it just came crumbling down. You know, we all go through our journey. And I say that to say this. From there, I immediately went into this mode of finding out who I was, because I realized that I was Job in the Bible, you know. I literally had only known of what I was told. I had never seen it for myself. So I eventually learned I gotta find these things out for myself and have my own experiences. And I did. That's what allows me to be here in front of you today saying, hey, you can do this too, but you have to be your own guide. Everything around you is here to help you. You are the center of the show. Clearly, right? You have the spirit guide. You are the soul being. So it must be something about you. I love it. See, when you're in divine union with yourself, with your higher self, your higher elf, your inner G, your inner God, your inner goddess, that's when you get into your divine timing. Because you are time. Time was created for you. Why else does it exist? Why are you so confounded by time when it was created for you to gain access, knowledge? If it wasn't for time, you couldn't put yourself back together. You couldn't remember yourself. A member, right? Memory, ray, light. So your memory, I love it. Your memory literally is a ray of light. So now is the time to sit in that seat. I'm getting shown Power Rangers. I'm being shown Power Rangers. Like, wow, that's funny. Power Rangers. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They go Power Rangers, and they Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and morph into what their little suits, and then get into the bodies. Well, you are in the avatar. So your body is the avatar. You are the Power Ranger. You are the power that's in the body. You get it? You are the power that's out on the range or on this plane of existence. So, just trust me, man. Yeah, it's that time to not let other things be in control of you. For you to sit in control of yourself. Yes, you have guides around you. Yes, you have energies around you. Absolutely. If you are soul being, there is a arc that is above your macabre, and it's a arc angle or an arc of light. It protects you. It's your archangel or your archangel. But anyway, I won't get into that right now. But sitting in the middle of your starship, sitting in the divine chair, sitting in the seat of God or the goddess is what I am talking about. It is essential right now that you do not be afraid of yourself, that you are not afraid of the power that can potentially be shown by your hand. Don't let things bind you to the land. My point of the whole religious thing was to get back to that, to finish up real quick, about not letting other things fill you and or guide you, but you being in the center point of yourself, sitting right in the center point of yourself, guiding yourself. Right from there, of course, I get into Hebrew roots. You know, I'm all like, nah, his name is Yah. You know, there was no J 500 years ago, and all that is true. I'm like, okay, yeah. But at the same time, I was like, something's missing. Because I felt like I lost all my power. I know you gotta let go of the control sometimes so that you can kind of scope out your direction, you know, scout out your direction. But man, I could feel such an anger inside of me burning. I wanted to hurt because I started, you know, looking at some of the dudes on YouTube, like Dane Calloway and some of these other people. Man, amazing work that they do. Amazing, because that is so crucial. That the work they do is so crucial to the waking up of the people who have Is, Ra, and El connected within them. It ain't even funny. Like, their whole work foundationally just cracks people's third eyes wide open. Bam. When I had that vision, I was like, wow. It's like a hammer cracking somebody in the head. The work that's being done right now. But some people take it and they make it, they allow the other side of energy to manifest within them. And it makes you angry. So you want to take your land back. You know, you realize, man, I'm native to this place. I'm from here. I mean, like I said, I was born in Louisiana. I'm Washita. I know exactly who I am. I knew who I was when I was born. I'm telling you, I always knew it. I was just one of those kids. Everybody called the old soul. I'm running through the woods, hiding out every day. People like, this gonna happen to you. I was like, man, I knew what. I don't go into all that, but my point was, my DNA told me who I was, and history books told me I was someone else. Now, at that point, I got a choice. I can either let it make me or let it break me. That means something totally different metaphysically. Physically, it's one thing. Metaphysically, it's something totally different. If you let it make you, it becomes part of your star system. It becomes part of you, part of your DNA. If you let it break you, it can be exited out. We all carry each other's DNA. That's something totally different too, but you know, I know people want to hate, people want to say one color's better than another and all of this, but man, when I finally realized that that movement was tying me to the land, my soul energy, me, it was tying me to the land. I said, oh, no more. Now I know why. You can go through your ancestral heritage. That's not a problem. But you are here to heal that, not live it out. That's the trick. The trick is you're here to get revenge. You're here to take it back. And you're here to transition it. You agreed to come back here to transition that. So you don't let it make you into something that you don't want to be. Because that energy is supposed to be healed by you. So do not let other things fill in your driver's seat. You are supposed to be the one that's sitting on the throne, claiming to be God, showing yourself as God. And then guess what? One day you're going to get cracked right in the head. Bam. And then you go, oh, I'm not God. I have no power. You have what you say. Then when you realize you have what you say, you stop saying that stupid stuff. You start saying things like, I am that I am. I have power within me. I am a piece of source. Also, I have value too. I just got showed that too. I get showed these clips from movies and stuff. But it's like, I have value. I am important, damn it. Yeah, you go through that. You start going, I'm important too. So, I don't want this video to get any longer, but just remember, fill yourself in. Find out who you are. Come into the union with who you are. Know what you like and what you don't like. Know, I don't like using these 3D terms, but know the evil that resides in you. That's the best way to say it. Know the evil, defiled, disgusting things that you like, you do, that turn you on, whatever. Look in that mirror. Look in that mirror. Because if you don't, you're going to lose your level of consciousness to that. You're going to drop down from here to there. Because you're going to be living in a frequency that permeates that. You cannot live in a frequency that does not permeate who you are. You will cease to be. Your soul can't do it. Your soul frequency can't do it. So if your soul frequency is down there on that level because you forgot it behind and you had to go back to get it, then you'll do it again. A day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day, isn't it? Don't get tied to the land. Heal, grow, transition your DNA. Transition your DNA. Allow that DNA to be regenerated. It's going to be recrystallized, upgraded, if you do the work. But you got to hold the frequency. See, that's the key. You have to hold the frequency of what you want to become or what you want to happen with it. So in other words, if you hate somebody who's that the 3D world would define as white, you hate that person. Okay, if you hate that person, then you have to literally hold the frequency of love towards that person. Put it in the balance until they give you a reason not to deal with them anymore. Not hate them, not deal with them anymore. Now you've come into balance with it. Because you held the frequency of love for as long as you needed to. You slid along the scale, and then it balanced out because they said, okay, that's too much love. Their frequency, lets you know. You got to learn to read energy. But their energy lets you know that's enough, because they'll do something. They'll do something to make you go, I'm good. I'm going to cut this relationship off. But my point is, to finish up my point, is simply make sure you know who you are right now. Do not forget who you are right now. When I say that, I mean your emotional state, your mental state. Know why you are the way you are. Know why you respond the way you do. Talk to your shadow side. Talk to that nasty, despicable thing that you don't even like about yourself, that you don't even want to tell nobody about. And you don't have to tell nobody about it. But you do have to tell yourself about it. You have to tell yourself about it. It's time for I to be with I. That's what it's time. I to be with I. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna probably do another card reading, but if y'all need me, reach out to me. I'm at chakrascapes11@gmail.com. I usually post the information below. If not, you could definitely go to my About section on my channel, and all of my info is there. Reach out to me if you need help. If you don't understand why you're ascending, and if you don't understand why you're not ascending anymore, talk to me. Reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I've done it. I'm doing it. We all in the blender. So stay in your 0 point. Stay in your 0 point. You were pulled back to who you were. And that's your direct connection to source. That's why you had to go through this. So, alright. Y'all live in bliss. And I hope and pray and know that bliss will find you. And you will find it.